This Sunday reset is all about taking a full self-care day. I'm going to be sharing a full body pamper routine to gently cleanse, exfoliate, and moisturize our bodies, a nourishing at-home facial using clean, simple ingredients, as well as a calming wind down routine to decompress and feel refreshed and ready for the week ahead. I'm beginning my at-home facial with a double cleanse, and for the oil phase, I'm using organic hemp oil. I've been using hemp oil maybe for around the past 7 years. It's one of the best oils you can use for sensitive, acne-prone skin. This oil is non-comedogenic and it's really high in linoleic acid, and it helps to unclog oil plugs in my skin. I massage this in for about a minute, and then I go in with my gua sha tool for lymphatic drainage and to reduce any puffiness in my face. If you have any tension in your facial muscles, this will get rid of all of it. Next, I go in with my makeup remover cloth. It's a reusable one, and some steam to make sure that the oil is fully removed. And for my second cleanse, I mix some Kasil, pineapple, and strawberry powder together to make a nourishing face wash. I swapped regular face wash out for Somali Kasil powder about 4 years ago, and I have not looked back because nothing has healed breakouts the way that this has, and it's been excellent, evening out my skin tone as well. So recently I began adding pineapple and strawberry powder for their ability to exfoliate, break up congestion. It's made a huge difference in the texture and quality of my skin without any added irritation, because natural fruit acids are super powerful alpha hydroxy acids. For a deeper cleanse, I like to use my Luna Mini for about a minute. You could totally use your hands. I just like using the Luna Mini because it helps me to make sure that I'm consistent with cleansing it for a minute without thinking about it. For my lips, I'm using a homemade lip scrub. It's super simple and easy to make. You just need some sugar and oil pretty much, and honey. I topped it off with some Mongo lip balm. Next, I'm using this plant-based eye mask. It's been infused with gold, collagen, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin C, and what I appreciate the most about this mask is that it's sensitive skin friendly and there are absolutely zero fillers. Since I live in a really polluted city, congestion is a constant issue that I have to manage with my skin. To help pull out any possible buildup, I'm going in with a tried and true bentonite clay mask. Every time I use this mask, fresh breakouts heal very quickly within a couple of days. I prefer to mix this with aloe vera and honey so that it doesn't dry my skin out, but you are free to mix it with apple cider vinegar if that's your bag, but it's not mine because it dries my skin out too much. Once I am done with this mask, I had it on for about 20 minutes. My face is a little bit red. That's okay because it's gonna calm down in a minute. I go in with my niacinamide treatment. I love it because it's 100% niacinamide powder and I can dilute it as much as I want, and it's so effective at helping my skin to stay really radiant and clear. Once I took off my under eye mask, my skin felt so soft. If you do choose to use this mask, do not waste the serum that comes in the eye mask. Pour that out and put the rest of that on your skin. Then my final step, I am going in with a moisturizer. Finally found the perfect moisturizer for me, y'all. It's hemp oil based and it's mixed in with things like aloe vera. Anytime I am trying to improve my skincare routine, I look for ingredients that I know will actually work to nourish my skin versus having a product that says something on the label but it's not indicative of what's actually in the product. For my body pamper routine, I'm going to be using African black soap to cleanse my skin. Not the fake one with the black dye, the real one that you have to cut. I'm putting it in this soap bag. It's reusable. I love that. Just a tip, if you have essential oils on hand, put a few drops on the bottom of your shower. Turn on your shower head. The steam is going to hit the essential oils and it's going to fill your bathroom in the most beautiful way. It's so relaxing. I'm using my African net sponge. This sponge is the most sanitary and effective exfoliator. It dries completely after each use and it's machine washable, so I've been washing and reusing the same one for like 5+ years now and it's still in great shape. I get the black soap nice and sudsy to clean my body from head to toe. African black soap is filled with antioxidants that protect the skin from premature aging, wrinkles, and fine lines. It's rich in vitamin A, which helps to brighten skin tone and fade discoloration, adding a nice healthy glow. I double cleanse my armpit area with the unscented Lume body wash, and it's safe to use use on the other intimate areas as well. If you guys struggle with hard skin on your feet, I highly recommend you try a glass foot file. I use these to exfoliate my feet because I find it's a lot more effective than just a regular body scrub, and it gets all of the dead skin off. Now, this deodorant is literally the only one I've used that does not cause a rash on my skin. Then I layer on this unscented baby lotion. You might think I'm taking the sensitive skin thing too far, but girl, trust me, I've been through it. So I have to be very mindful of what I put on my skin. And then I layer on a homemade solid body lotion. It contains a mix of shea butter and kokum butter, and I tend to focus on the areas that are extremely dry on my body, like elbows, knees, feet, but I also use this on my entire body. It just depends on how much time I want to spend applying a second layer of moisture to lock in that lotion. And I've been loving this solid body butter. It helps me to give my feet a little bit of a massage before I put on some warm fuzzy socks to help lock in the moisture. I used to gripe about how long it took to rub in rich body butters, but I recently began to look at it as an opportunity to slow down and be more present with my self-care rituals. If you are having a self-care day, or even if you're having a small self-care moment, see if you have any opportunity to practice a little bit of slow living. Take your time and show yourself a little bit more kindness. I've been doing my best to incorporate more homemade meals into my week. One of the easiest ways that I found to do that is to meal prep some type of dinner that is really satiating, filled with lots of fresh vegetables and whole grains. Basically what I'm making is a Tex-Mex bowl. I'll go ahead and link the cookbook where I got that recipe from. So I go ahead and chop up lots of vegetables, onion, habanero peppers, ginger, garlic, all of the things that would help with the flavor of my dish. When I meal prep in this way, it helps me not to feel any pressure to cook fresh food every single night, and I can rest assured that I have a healthy, well-rounded meal ready to go. For anyone who prefers to cook with fresh ingredients, or you're aiming to add more into your daily meals, consider investing in a food processor or a vegetable chopper. These tools help to save so much time when it comes to meal prep. Once all of the ingredients are prepped, I throw it in the Instant Pot and let it cook on its own, and I could go off and do other things. The best thing about cooking with an Instant Pot is that meals cook perfectly every time without as much effort. That has also been a major game changer in helping me to stay more consistent with eating healthy food at home. While that meal is cooking in the Instant Pot, I chop up some cilantro for a nice garnish on top to add a cheesy flavor and also sneak in some extra veggies. I put some plant-based nacho cheese I made the night before, and dinner is ready for the next few nights. After dinner, I have my little ritual where I make my magnesium drink. This drink is amazing for really calming me down and helping me to get the best sleep ever. Getting my mind into a more restful state usually involves a really good fictional book. The book I'm currently reading is a story about a Hindu goddess. It's definitely not for the weak of heart. It's a very good book though. For my oral hygiene routine, I always scrape my tongue. It keeps my breath extra fresh. Follow up with, simple brushing my teeth. And then I use this water flosser, and it helps to really get all those spots that are hard to get with the traditional flossers. But then I also use the traditional flosser afterward, just make sure I get all the food out there. To set a relaxing mood before bedtime, I'm using a few drops of lavender in my diffuser, and the very last thing I do right before bed that has helped me to basically empty my entire mind and just knock out really fast is journaling. I keep it on my nightstand so that I can see it, and I got a really pretty book so that it can feel a little bit more enticing for me to do, because to be honest, even though I do it every night, I don't feel like doing it every night. And having it in my line of sight before bed serves as a really good reminder to use it more consistently. It really helps to get my thoughts out of my head and onto a piece of paper. That way I feel like it's separated from me, and if it's something that I need to tackle like the next day or within the week, I could just revisit it after I wrote it down. I don't follow any guidance or format. I just simply allow my thoughts to flow onto the page without editing them. Whether I feel like writing one word, a sentence, 2 pages, it doesn't matter. There are absolutely no rules. journals, you can write any structure that you feel is right. There are so many mental health benefits when it comes to journaling that it's just a great thing to give a try. If it works for you, that's amazing. If it doesn't, you can totally just throw that advice out the window. But if you've ever had a moment where, you do all these things to get yourself nice and relaxed throughout the day, and then when it comes to bedtime, you absolutely cannot sleep because your mind is just going and going. It's just full of too much thoughts. It's worth giving it a try at least once. And if you want to take it a step further, you could always track how you felt after and whether it was easier for you to fall asleep. If you'd like more videos like these from me, go ahead and subscribe, share it with a friend, and I'll see you guys next time.